All right, it's Mark, and we are going to start our next live show. And today's date is June 17, 2015. And so there's a lot of stuff to talk about. Some things I found recently on the internet, of course. Where else? But actually, first we're going to start out talking about our website a little bit. Our recent monthly challenge, we did add some more time to it. Clay Mara is making a video to sort of advertise the live not the live shows, the monthly challenges. And so let me see here. So the latest topic is fantasy, and if you guys haven't noticed, I did make an announcement on the page that it will actually end on July 2nd. And so that gives everybody an extra couple of weeks to complete their projects if you guys are interested. So before, I guess the end date would have been, let's see, I guess it would have been today. So is that right? Let me see here. Actually, you know what? It looks like Wednesday falls on the 1st. So I think I might have screwed that up. So I'm pretty sure, yeah, I guess it is the 1st, isn't it? It's supposed to be July 1st. Anyway, I'll change that later. But I know some people expressed some interest. Dean said he might be interested. Mad Hatter as well. I know Zakira wants to do one, and Clay Mara. So gives you guys some extra time. I know the summertime, everybody's kind of doing their vacation thing and getting out and having fun. So but I'm not really sure if we should extend the future challenges longer or not. It seems almost like seasonally during the summertime it takes people longer. During the wintertime people seem to be more into their animation. I don't really know why that is. So I'm kind of guessing that it has something to do with everybody kind of being on vacation and having fun during the summertime, and maybe being with family and so forth because of summer vacation. Alright, so anyway, I just wanted to announce that I am going to change that later. So I will change that to the 1st of the month because I did screw that up, at least according to my calendar. Unless my calendar is totally off, but it does say it's for the year of 2015, so I think it's right. Alright, so anyways, now I did want to make mention that there's a program out there called Monkey Jam. And this program has been around for a really long time. And the creator of this program, they didn't update the software on that actually runs it for a long time. And it stopped working for people as new operating systems came out. And people were kind of wondering, what is going on with it. And so they got this new website, monkeygam.org. And so even after the new website, the owner, he didn't actually release the program. It was just kind of like, this is going to be our new home. And there was a download link, and it did not work. So anyway, I'm just going to see something here. And then I'm going to hit the download button here. Let's download it. Okay, so the download does work. Now it didn't before, and this here works on Windows 2000, XP, Vista, and 7 with DirectX 8 or higher. And I believe it's a free pencil test program. Basically, it's designed for cell animators, but of course, for stop motion animators, you can use it as well, just to do your frame grabbing and test your shots out. It's actually a great free program. It used to be totally the most popular program out there for everybody that was into stop motion before, like Stop Motion Pro came out. There was like Monkey Jam, there was Anasazi. Those were like the two programs. And I believe Monkey Jam, if maybe somebody can correct me here, but I believe it used to be mostly for Macintosh computers. And so now I guess times have changed, and it's basically set up for for Windows. So I don't know if that's good or bad. I know a lot of people really loved Macintosh computers, and if you guys can please excuse me for 1 second. So my son is still awake, and I told him to go to sleep, and he doesn't want to. But anyways, so Monkey Jam is a really cool program. If you guys want to find this, go to monkeyjam.org, and you can find it there. Okay, so there was a couple of articles. Actually, I'm going to talk about something else first, though. There is a program out there, and this particular program that I found is a free program, and you can create three-dimensional fractals, which are essentially what they are patterns that what you do is you download the program, and there are some presets that the program has. And here they actually have on their site some example settings. But the purpose of this program is to create essentially some crazy looking backgrounds that you might think of in sort of an outer space, or perhaps maybe in some kind of alien planet, or some futuristic kind of landscape. It is not, of course, it's not a real model. You guys can figure that out hopefully, but it's kind of interesting that you can use this for backgrounds. And there's another program called Terragen as well, where you can create similarly patterned backgrounds that are realistic looking, like vistas of forests and mountains and things like that. And a lot of people use that. And I'm not really sure if any of the larger studios, I mean, I know they do use Terragen for some Hollywood films. And this is kind of along the same lines, but this kind of creates a different styled look. And so if you guys are into that sort of thing, here are some examples of what it can do. And this is all built up through three-dimensional patterns. And it's kind of interesting in that there's a lot of mathematics behind it, and based on what your style you're looking for, I'm not really sure how you control it to get what you're looking for. So if you're thinking of a scenic vista of some kind, and I guess this is also, I'm not sure if this is from yeah, I guess it is. If you're thinking of something specific, there are lots of presets that you can look at on their webpage to kind of give you an idea of what you can do. And so here are some example settings on their site. And by the way, this is called Mandelbulber, Mandelbulber, which you can look up on Google to find. And Ron is asking what platform. Let's see. I believe it's both. So let's see. It's for Windows and Linux, and sorry, Ron, it doesn't look like it's for Macs. Doesn't look like it. I thought it was, though. Let me click here real quick and see. Yeah, I guess not. I guess not. But I thought tar.gz was, I thought the .gz was for Macintoshes. Am I wrong about that? I might be. But anyways, still, if you have a PC, it's, worth experimenting with. It's free. And like I say, there's all kinds of different style looks you can get from this. From really abstract to geometric, colorful, lots of different colors that sort of grow into the patterns mathematically to give you all kinds of, here's one that looks sort of like a, I don't know, some sort of, it won't open, I guess. Let me see if they have it here. I think they had the same exact images here. But I don't know, it just kind of struck me as very unusual and when you see the images of these things, even to paint this somehow, to use this as inspiration for paintings for backgrounds would even be kind of nice. There's all sorts of different styles. So anything is really possible with this program, I guess, in terms of abstract backgrounds. And but like I said, I don't really know how you control it in terms of trying to get a specific look. I don't know what you would do to do that, or if it's just completely random based on your input. And I did download it. Let me see if I can load it up here. Let's see. Let's see if I can find it on my computer. Where did I put it? Let's see. Where is it? Here we go. Okay, so anyway, this here is the program, and like I say, it's almost like what you do is you kind of seed the environment with these different geometric shapes. So let's click on, for example, this cube, and I'm just going to hit render, and hopefully it doesn't slow everything down for you guys. But yeah, sorry for you, Ron. But one of the things you can do in this program, you can like zoom into different sections. So I can kind of scroll around here and look for an area and click it. We'll sort of move the cube or zoom in, clicking it here, and it renders the whole thing. There's also all do on the side, and there's Formula 1, Formula 2 parameters. There's different formulas. So like I said, I haven't played around with it enough, but this could be useful. I'm going to click on this here. And this is just with set that you click here and it loads up. So I'm not going to see if I can click it a whole bunch of times here and zoom way. Alright. Bizarre answer. Right, so kind of cool. And there's all these little arrows. You can sort of go left, you can go right. And my computer is pretty fast, but I don't know, some of the things I tried took up to like 15 minutes to actually load, and like I say, repetition of one shape over and over and over again, grown out, using math from a seed of some sort. And I think there's scale. There's some way to change the colors too. But anyway, I'm not going to really get too far into this because, like I say, I don't know if my computer will crash with all this stuff running. But you can see, this might make some sort of interesting, futuristic background for your film. And I'll take that out of here and close it. Yes, close. Okay. And so there's this DeviantArt example page of all the different things that this person has done. And so his name is, I'm not even going to try to say that, but it's KRZYSZTOFMARCZAK. So here's another photo. You can see what it looks like. So it's really beautiful. And so on the example setting page, I believe what this is, if you go to Mandelbulber on their site, is you click on one of these, and what you're actually getting here are, you're getting a file that you can load up in the program, which will change the settings to look like what you see here. And I don't know if there's, if this is the sort of thing that, I don't believe it's copyrighted or anything like that. So I'm pretty sure you can use all this kind of stuff on your, if you'd like to, for your films. All right. Okay, so moving forward, I found this recently. Actually, I found this today. John Havetine IV had posted this on Facebook, and I can hear my son doing something upstairs. I'm gonna have to get him later. Okay, so he worked on a project with let's see, Stupid Buddy Studios, I believe, created this, and they're working with Creo to do some stop motion animated. Here we go. Commercials. So let's check it out.
Grimlock, get the thing! The thing! Me, Grimlock, see it! Ah, impossible! No warrior could ever defeat such evil! What?
Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Feel Grimlock's wrath! Grimlock will... Well, foosball? Grimlock love foosball.
Creo?
So if anybody has kids, especially a small young son like I do, my son AJ has a lot of these little Creo figures that they sell in Walgreens here. I don't know if they have Walgreens where everybody else watching this lives, but Walgreens is kind of like a convenience store where you can get all kinds of different things, like everything from toilet paper to office supplies and cold drinks and stuff like that. So they're, they sell, they have like a toy aisle where they sell Creo, and it's a pretty large chain from what I understand. And so I don't know if, I'm guessing like Toys R Us probably has Creo as well. They're kind of an offshoot of Legos, and as you can see, that what we just watched, they have a lot of mobility and you can animate them, and I don't even think they would have to alter these very much for animation purposes, other than maybe adding some flying rigs to these little figures, like where he's jumping up and down. There's probably a wire behind him, right there. But they're really articulate. They're only about maybe 1.5 inches tall for most regular sized individual minifigures. So they're kind of small, just like Legos. Their body sections come apart. Their arms can pop off, and their hands. I mean, they're really kind of close to Legos. Like, I don't know if Lego is, the company is kind of mad, at Creo, because if you have a minifigure from Creo and Lego and you put their feet together, there's only a few differences. Like in Creo, the feet have round holes, and on Lego the feet holes are square, but the dimensions and everything are almost exactly the same. And so it's kind of like the game Minecraft, because I'm kind of more aware of little kid games and toys and stuff. But like if you ever brought Minecraft and then you go on Apple's App Store, there's like 500 different rip-off versions of Minecraft out there. And I even saw somewhere, I think it was on Steam, where they sell video games, and they have these other Minecraft type games that are more sophisticated looking, but the same kind of concept. So the toy industry, Creo is definitely a ripoff of Lego, but they're still really awesome, and although they're competing against each other and everything like that, for stop motion animators, it's actually a really cool toy to use if you're just starting out and you want to try something like making a commercial like this, which is really awesome. And as you can see, like his arms, they bend really well, and his legs, especially the little kid there. Yeah. So 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 Ron Cole, looks like you got a new job, huh? That's cool. Is that something I know about, or is this in old news? So anyway, this is John Havetine, or Havetine John on Facebook, and he's always posting stuff. He has a lot of, of course, on Facebook, his family and everything. But he also posts once in a while some of the Robot Chicken stuff and Stupid Buddy Studios projects and things like that. And seems like a cool guy. I never met him personally, but seems like he does some really awesome stuff. His wife and his kids. So I'm sure he's probably got some Creos in his house, actually. I wouldn't be surprised, just for his kids. Which means that his son will think he's a hero one day. Ron is talking about Dawn asked Ron, do you have to wear a green suit for this filmmaking job? And he says, I don't think I'll be one of the puppeteers, but it's possible. Right now I'm just in charge of making the main character puppet. Cool. That sounds fun. Making puppets is always fun, right? Yeah, definitely. I mean, good luck to you, Ron, whatever it is you're working on. I'm sure you can't post pictures though, right? I'm pretty sure that's against the rules. Oh, that's cool. So Ron says that I don't know about this job, but that he has 3 different film jobs lined up. That's awesome. I hope it all works out. I know Peter Montgomery's been posting a lot of stuff lately for his personal project, and it seems like it's actually moving along, and it looks like it's really cool so far. But that would be great, if all you guys could stay busy out there, because I know sometimes it's been rough for a few people out there who've got no work. So that's good. All right, so what else? Now this is actually not new news, and I think I kind of wondered if I should even talk about this, because I don't think this is stop motion related. But for those people out there who are interested in Will Vinton and follow him, he was trying to get a Broadway play based on the Frog Prince. He was trying to push that forward. How many months ago was that now? It must be over a year already. Actually, I know it's been over a year. It's probably like a year and a half. And okay. Ron is saying that his job is a live-action singing, dancing frog, right? As I'm talking about Will Vinton's Frog Prince project. But I'm sure it's not related there, right? With the Frog Prince. It'd be kind of ironic, if I'm talking about the same thing. But I don't think that I think that it didn't work out for Will Vinton. But Gnosis and Tunes team up for a new Will Vinton feature project. So Will Vinton, who used to produce a lot of the California Raisins and Claymation Christmas specials and all of that, he's been kind of looking for different things to do, and he's been making some short films, and he has embraced, of course, CG. I know he was the first person who, during the time when Jurassic Park came out, they were working on their M&M's commercials, and they decided to embrace CG, and they created their characters in CG. So Will Vinton is not, he's not. Some people are purists, of course, and some people are not when it comes to CG. But he embraced it, and that's what he wants to do. And so probably because he's doing stop motion for so many years as well, I'm sure that it's something fresher to work with. But he says Gnosis Moving Pictures and India's Tunes Media Group are joining forces on a number of upcoming CG animated feature films, including 4 films to be directed by Academy Award-winning claymation pioneer Will Vinton. So of course, we know India is an animation hub, sort of, for different companies who make all kinds of animations from, obviously for films and for their local media as well as international projects because of their pay rate and for financial incentive reasons. I think for tax reasons as well, for, depending on where you live. But it says that the projects will be produced out of Toons facilities in India and New Zealand. Toons is part of a multi-billion-dollar Geneva, Switzerland-based Comcraft group and will contribute substantial equity to the projects. And when they say equity, they mean cash, which is pretty cool. And so there's a cash flow coming in, and so they're going to be able to work on some films. And so let me see here. So the first project, they say they won't really say, but they previously announced a space adventure feature called The Quest, and the company's current slate of animated film properties in development includes the bird-oriented fantasy adventure Flightless, the live-action CG hybrid Jack Hightower, a comic action adventure about a miniaturized secret agent called Moby and Dick. It's kind of interesting of a name. And which throws a young stowaway into the mix of Herman Melville's classic story and the stop-motion CG Santa Claus story Nicholas. So there is going to be some CG and some stop-motion mix in one of his future projects, which I don't know if they'll be doing the CG in India or if that will be American-based, or perhaps maybe they'll find some place like Canada, which is, as we've talked about previously in some shows, where they're being more competitive in terms of their tax incentives, and drawing a lot of animation companies up north of where we live. So I don't really know all of the what's going on is in terms of can you work for Will Vinton in the future? Because I know a lot of people like myself. I always personally wanted to work for Will Vinton and always kind of idolized him. But is it possible that Mark Spence could work for Will Vinton? I don't know, and I'm not really sure if anybody else out there in America or the Portland area would even have a chance. So anyway, it's all speculation as to what's going to happen. And here's the previously announced space adventure film called The Quest. I'm going to click on this link, which I know goes to another news story. And this was actually from September 2013. So 2 years ago they announced this, and they had some of their... I remember talking about this on one of our live shows. They had some character designs you can see here, and some artwork, which seems kind of interesting. It looks kind of almost like an older Buzz Lightyear or something. An older, skinnier Buzz Lightyear. But anyway, I don't really know what else to say about that. It seems like it's pretty positive for Will Vinton. He's got some work to do, and he is still making films. And will he have as big a name as he did before when he was doing the California Raisins? I hope so. I hope he kind of makes a comeback and sort of introduces stop motion, back out there into the world. Okay, and so also Aardman Animations made an announcement in May 6th. I don't think I might have already talked about this. I don't recall if I did or not because I've read it in a bunch of places, but they're going to be working on a film called Early Man. And if you remember, let's see, the Pirates film they worked on had to do with Darwin and evolution. Like there was like this kind of theme behind it. Let's see. So this one here is an animated feature film set at the dawn of time when dinosaurs and woolly mammoths roamed the earth. According to the official synopsis, Early Man tells the story of how one plucky caveman unites his tribe against a mighty enemy and saves the day. And it says, okay, so that might not be scientifically accurate, but early man promises plenty of action as Aardman turns its comedic eye to the prehistoric age. It also marks director Nick Park's first feature film following a 10-year break following the 2005 Curse of the Were-Rabbit, which won Best Animated Feature at the Academy Awards. So expect plenty of clever sight gags, wonderful claymation dinosaurs, and a colorful cast of inept Neanderthals. So can you guys believe it's been 10 years? Man, I can't even believe that. And let me see what you guys were talking about. So, oh, okay, so Ron Cole says, no, it's not the Vinton thing. It's a Japanese film. Ah, okay, so. And Dawn says that I know quite a few kids into Minecraft. And Mike Emmerich says, yep, no work. Well, some, but not enough. Been playing with changing the direction of my sails. Yeah, it's tough, you know. There's a lot of places doing projects, but it's like no one really. It's like everybody kind of gets together and works on their stuff, and they don't really hire. And you know, there hasn't been any sort of studio that's announced like we need 100 animators and we need 50 set builders and 75 prop makers and all that kind of stuff. It's everybody that's kind of doing stop motion, especially like in Leica, they sort of stick to the same people, which in a way it's kind of nice because it gives them security, but there just needs to be more studios maybe. I don't know. But so Aardman Animations, going to be working on another film called Early Man, and I kind of like the idea. It sounds pretty. Just the whole idea of having cavemen and dinosaurs and all that kind of stuff mixed together in an Aardman setting. Just it sounds really funny already. But okay, let's see. So, somebody posted this here. This is technically this isn't technically a page that you can like on Facebook, because this person set up a Facebook page as a fan page, but it's actually set up as a person. So this is Alexander Zukov, and he has a project on Kickstarter, and it's called Linden Tar. And I saw this and I thought, wow, this looks really interesting. Like the whole look of it looks almost like is it Domocum from Japan, where it's a stuffed animal sort of style to it. Same sort of look, the material and everything, but maybe a more darker set. And let me see here. Now, this person is from Moscow, Russia, so I know I'm going to run into some problems trying to, let me see if I can load this on Kickstarter. And here we go. Okay. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Let's see. As you can see, Kickstarter is not loading nicely. So I'm going to play the video on this page here. So let's watch the video and see what it looks like.
Parts of me that lived inside, I drown in the sea of waking life. They don't know their colors don't belong.
Hey Kickstarter, my name is Olga, united to creating independent movies. Right now, our first stop-motion animation is in production. I'm responsible for the script and direction. The puppets and the sets on screen are handmade by me, as well as the animation. Here is Saveta, our cameraman. She is setting up lighting to create the proper feel in the shots. Alex is managing the entire production, as well as making puppets for the crowd. Meet our lead actor. He plays himself in the movie. And yes, he is the one making the small puppets. Our movie assures that the brave and pure at heart will overcome any obstacles, even if they are as big as a palm and made of plush. On the other hand, this entire experience is an investigation of different materials, textures, lighting, and movement plastique. All puppets and sets featured in the movie are made using old things with true texture in their own unique stories. The story is imprinted in rust, crackles, or rubbing marks left after thousands of tender touches of the previous owners. All of this adds to the special feel on the screen. We've launched production at our home. On weekends, we would set up lighting and I would animate a scene during the week after work. This is how we shot the animatic trailer and about a minute of the actual movie. Later, we reached out to the singer, Chelsea Wolfe, and got her permission to use her song in our movie. Seeing that we wouldn't want to grow old during the production and would like to share a movie with the entire world sooner, we've decided to reach out to you, our future audience. We are planning to spend the raised funds to organize a non-stop filming process which would take about 8 months, and we promise a lot of cool presents for you.
So I think that's really impressive, and I think that the way that they presented their Kickstarter, and yeah, Ron Cole has made mention that he sees just a bar as well. You know, let me see if I can. Isn't that weird? And it plays in a little teeny tiny box down here. All right, so I hit refresh and it loads properly. So. Maybe if you guys load this up for yourselves and that happens, you can hit refresh. But Linden Tar stop motion animated movie short is the title. Now I learned something about these Kickstarter and Indiegogo, and maybe this is not true for Kickstarter. I could be not telling you the truth, but I donated to a recent project on Indiegogo for someone's stop motion film, and it was not a lot of money. It was like $10 or something. It was small, and a few other people actually here donated as well because we talked about it. It was Juan's film, his sort of psychedelic kind of stop motion from where was he? Where does he live? I think it was not Argentina, like Brazil or someplace. I can't remember now. He's going to kick me. But so I donated, and a few other people did as well. And I didn't realize this, but when you donate to somebody, let's say in Russia or someplace else like this, Alexander is in Moscow, right? So if you donate, there are fees that the bank charges for international for making any kind of payment overseas, right? So there's these bank transfer fees. So if you donate money like we did, I think it was like maybe 4 or 5 people donated money, and Juan raised like $30, right, or something like that, which is for him it was a lot because he didn't have anything. And he's a pretty poor guy, so you know, it's like you do this, you feel kind of like, yeah, we did a good deed and we're helping out a stop motion animator. Well, he gets this notice on Indiegogo that after the bank transfer fees, he made like literally 52 cents. Right? It was, and he was so disappointed, and of course I was as well. I'm like, man, I gave you, you know, like $10, and you know, other people donated, and then you get 52 cents. You know, you can't do anything with that. So I don't know if, you know, if Kickstarter is the same way, but I just want to throw that out there for you guys, just in case you're curious. If like, if you're going to donate, you need to donate at least like, you know, $50 to $100 just to make it worthwhile. But anyways, so Linden Tar is, let's just go back to this, and like I said, I don't know if Kickstarter is that way, but just to kind of give you guys a little heads up. I know I'm not trying to get you guys to donate to this or anything like that, or I'm not affiliated, but they are doing pretty good so far. They've raised almost $4,000 out of $17,000, and let's scroll down and see what it says. So there's a Russian version as well, and it's at lindentar.com. So let's click this first. So I guess this is just simply in Russian, and we have the images. Okay, so it's probably a duplicate of what's on Kickstarter. So let's go back to Kickstarter. And they have a Facebook in English and Russian as well. And okay, so there is a Alexander Zhukov, and then there is also a Linden Tar company. So they're almost identical. But this one here is the actual fan page, so I am gonna like this one. And here it's all in English. So it's kind of, this is something that I do believe that, you know, if you're making a campaign, this is a second trailer, so we should watch this as well from Vimeo. But I think it's really smart that they did this in English as well. So let's watch the other campaign number 2 update here. Let's see what this is like. If it'll play here. Let's see. So that's kind of different, very kind of dark sort of feel to it, maybe like Jan Svankmajer or something. Let's see here what this is. Ron says, Brothers Quay influence, and Telmo Mendez Leal, welcome to the live show. So Don says, "Oh my God, poor guy. When I donated on Kickstarter, I paid those fees extra in my donation." Ah, really? Maybe Kickstarter warns you about that. On Indiegogo, I wasn't warned about those fees, so I thought 100% of my donation would go towards Juan's project, but yeah, 52 cents is all he got in the end. So they also have a Twitter and Instagram page. So they have a whole bunch of stuff. They've really spread out, which is really smart. This is really a good example page for a campaign, I would think. Here they have photos, more photos. Their dog character is pretty cool as well. Let me see if I can expand it. Yeah, it's really neat. Looks like it's all hand sewn. Looks like there's some sort of suede type leathery material for the skin and some kind of what is that? Almost like burlap or like a potato sack material there for his skin. Yeah, Brothers Quay. Yeah, I think you're right, Ron. That's a good. Let's see here. They've got tons of pictures. Yeah, that's right. And the Brothers Quay even had a rabbit like that. Alright, so that's a big puppet. If they're going to use that for stop motion, and it looks like they are. That's pretty large. I'm not sure if they're going to use that in the film or not. This puppet here doesn't seem to be that big. But so they're on Instagram, Twitter, and so they have different levels, of course, like with most Kickstarters. For $20, you get a thank you from the movie crew by Facebook or Instagram, and $40 or more, you get a personal thank you, a secret link to the movie prior to its release, and 5 still shots, high resolution desktop wallpapers, and for $50, similar stuff, plus a movie credit. And it's going to be a 5-minute film, it says. This is the story about overcoming your fears and realizing that you don't have to do everything by yourself. Our hero will be forced to leave the comfort of his home and face the huge world that lives by unknown laws and is filled with dangers. But what would happen if he opens his heart to this world? So, pretty neat idea, neat premise. I like the style, the lighting. It seems really cool. I like it, but puppets and props. Really beautiful. Yeah, it's definitely something that I would like to see, when it's done. And then they've got if you pledge $5,000 or more, you get nothing. I think they're still working on that, or perhaps they didn't mean to put that there. I'm not sure of what Kickstarter's template is, but so Don Jones says, nicely put together, a little world. I was making a pun on the suitcase. Yeah, it's all put together very nicely. I agree. I don't know who this singer is. I guess in Russia, Chelsea Wolf is possibly well known. I'm not sure. But yeah, everything about this is really nice. Even the way that they put these photos on here, they kind of, give it a little rough edge look here, and seems like they used Photoshop to sort of, add all these, some more atmosphere, but yeah, I really like it. What more can I say? What more can I say? I'm hypnotized by all these photos. It's pretty cool, isn't it, though? And Dawn says, but the production is well put together, especially when you compare the ambiance with the clean and empty apartment building room. Yeah, it's the apartment is nice and squeaky clean, and then you have this sort of dark, deep setting for everything else. That's true. It's a big contrast, huh? So these are all the rewards. They have all kinds of little props and trinkets and pendants and things, and that's great. Let's see how much I have. About 9 minutes left. These are the people involved, and so I guess Alexander. Yeah, I guess this is. I found out about this through him. I'm not even sure how I found him on Facebook. You know, I get so many people that pop up on Facebook that, you know, just out of nowhere. I guess because I, you know, the stop motion relation to what I do, somehow Facebook, you know, figures out people related to the same area of expertise through your friends list, I guess, and then, which is kind of helpful, but creepy at the same time. But anyway, so this is Linden Tar, and you can check it out on Kickstarter. Just do a search for Lindentar. I'm not really sure, actually. Okay, so this is not a Kickstarter. Yeah, okay. See, I thought for some reason that, and you know, it would be kind of smart if Kickstarter had given the ability on their own page to do what they did, which is to sort of translate their Kickstarter campaign into Russian, you know, on a separate site, and then they link it back to where you can make a donation on Kickstarter. But it would be better if they had a way where you can like click a tab or something up here where it's like, you know, English, French, German, you know, Russian, Spanish. That would be kind of nice. All right. So anyway, moving forward, how much time? We have about 7 minutes left. We're going to watch this here. I don't believe I've shown this yet. It's an 8.5-minute long film called Elvira. I don't think there's any voices. I don't think the characters speak, but and it's not in English, so I'm not sure what to expect. Because Juan sent this over to me. He found it, and let's just check it out, and that's how we'll end our show. So let's go. Quality is not going to be better than this, unfortunately. That's the highest quality that YouTube allows.
Antes del show, Elvira se amaca en el trapecio sin temor, con brisa en sus piernas tararea una canción que le dictan sus Walkman al oído el secreto. Sonríe al espejo Se acaba el tiempo, ya va a empezar la función. Esta noche él sabe que la magia va a empezar. Pintará su cara otra vez una noche más. La función ya debería empezar. Es muy importante que la gente espere un poco más. Él la ve en lo alto y con su guiño de galán. Bueno, nena, buena suerte. Cada vez la red te teme más.
Avioncito, acá está la... Mira, vamos.
Baja tierra, la gente va a entrar. Caminar te duele cuando preferís volar. No es tan malo vivir y viajar. Cuando armas la carpa sabes que después la desarmas. Pepe está listo a cumplir su misión, matar la angustia y sonreírle al amor. Ser un payaso es esquivar el dolor, tan hermano y verdugo de los que se creen espectador. Sol del poniente, sudores con sal. Elvira se esconde donde nadie la puede alcanzar. Pepe pasea por la carpa espectral. Un circo sin gente es un templo de la soledad. Se cruzan sus ojos, ahí arriba pareces un ángel. Es tan difícil, a esa altura no podré besarte. Nubes de lona, en el piso me dejé los miedos. Sentar la cabeza huele a zapatos viejos. Y la noche es esconderse de Dios. Es un instante lo que dura el amor. Solo si eres libre podrás pretender sonreírle al abismo y saltar sobre él.
not the Elvira he was expecting. He was expecting this Elvira over here. But yeah, pretty interesting little short film and well made as well. And if you want to find this on YouTube, you can search for Juan Manuel Costa and Elvira. And they also have a website as well, which is Mapareke, I guess. Let's see here. Hopefully it's not a bad site. Oh, let's see what's going on with that. Don't know why that didn't load. Let's try one more time. Huh, okay. Their website doesn't work, unfortunately. Okay, well anyways, pretty cool film. And that was released in 2007, which is probably why the quality is not so nice. And Telmo Mendez Leal says his film is called Regulho Dive. Is that correct? No. Telmo Menendez Leal Dive. Let's see. Try and load it up for you guys. Here we go. Let me pause it. So Telmo says, let me see here. This is his first stop motion. So let's see what it's like. Short, it's only 17 seconds long. And let's watch it one more time here. Nice. It's interesting how these sort of wooden figures, I mean almost all stop motion animators, either use these figures or like action figures, as their first stop motion. So it's pretty neat. But anyway, guys, my son is still causing a ruckus, and I do need to take care of him. So we're going to end the show. I want to thank you guys all for stopping by, and Telmo, thanks for sharing your first short stop motion film. That's really cool. And see you guys all next week. Adios.